Hi everybody, Miss Lorenz here. I'm going to talk about Lesson 4. Of course, this is Unit 6 in our Grade 6 materials. And I have drawn a scientist here. And I've also drawn a food bank. So I'm going to talk about these two different problems because I want to look at a more traditional way of solving our hanger puzzles. And so this way, we have an equation, and we're going to use some of that logic that we built with our hanger diagrams to solve these equations. And so this scientist has 13 and 6800 liters of acid, but she needs 16 and 500 liters of acid for her experiment. And so we're going to have to figure out what she still needs in order to be able to carry out her experiment. And so we have the amount that she currently has plus the amount she needs to get, and that equals what she needs for the experiment. Well, to figure out the value of x, I'm going to have to subtract what I already have from what I need. So I'm going to subtract the 13 and 6800ths from the 16 and 500ths. And when I do that, notice that I have indicated that I've also subtracted it from this side. And that's because when we remember back from that to the hanger diagram, whatever we crossed out one side, we had to also cross off the other side. So that we're always remembering that in an equation we have to balance it out. When I subtract 13 and 6800ths from here, it's gone, right? So all I'm left with then is this answer where I know that the unknown is equal to my 2 and 3700ths liters. In this problem, we have the food bank, and it has a 54-pound bag of rice. That's a big bag of rice. And what it wants to do is it wants to split it into 3/4 pound bags so that it can give it out to the families that come to get some food. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to figure out how many bags we can make. So if I'm going to take 3/4, I'm going to have to multiply it by some number, and this is the number of bags, to get use up the entire 54 pounds. And so what I'm going to do here, and this is where it gets a little tricky, so you might want to watch this a couple times. I'm going to divide both sides of this equation by 3/4. And when I divide 3/4 by 3/4, it's gone, right? So now it's gone. I'm just left with 1x, or just plain old x. But when I divide 54 divided by 3/4, I have to think of 54 as 54 over 1, so it looks like a fraction. And then remember, when we divide fractions, we're actually multiplying by the reciprocal. So then I'm going to multiply not by 3/4, but by 4/3. Now when I do that, I first want to say, all right, diagonally, can I cancel any factors here? Sure I can, the 3. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 54 18 times. Much easier because now I have a 1 as a denominator, and I'm just multiplying 18 times 4, which gives me 72. So I know I can make 72 over 1 bags, which is just 72 bags. All right, I can hear it's getting noisy. I hope that helps.